Oh shit, we still have to kidnap Michael, dude.
Dude, I have a plan, and I know it's gonna be. It'd be pretty easy. Like
I think it's way easier than he thinks it's
it
gonna
is
be
so
for
much
us to
easier
do
than he
that.
actually thinks about. Like, you,
He
all we need to do is get you in a car and get you 90 miles. Correct?
Do you think I won't crash the car?
Michael's here. Oh, it is fucking raining. I can hear it.
It's raining so bad, I was bringing my food up here and it all fell out of the bag.
Oh my god.
Part of the bag broke.
You didn't grab any of it?
No. All the food felt like everything open on the ground.
Wait, all your food fell on the ground,
So
Michael?
much. I stopped. It's fucking pouring rain. I'm so fucking mad that it all fell on the ground. I stopped, I looked at it, and I walked.
So it's still
Yeah,
there?
I was running. And then if we go out there, you'll see the food on the ground.
What did you
doing
lose?
food
What did you
after this.
drop?
You got Chick-fil-A.
Oh, I'm sorry, Michael.
That's a great way to start the podcast. I am so glad you said we should start the recording, Chase. Holy shit. I'm sorry, Michael. That's kind of funny, but we recorded perfect timing for you to walk in. Oh, wow. But no, so this wasn't today. It was yesterday. I have a customer I have a great rapport with, and she.
I'm gonna go put some in here.
Oh, it's right here.
Oh, you have it there?
Yeah. But she's been dealing with rats for a while, and what's it called? I've been constantly going back and forth there every couple weeks to a month, and just checking her attic. Nothing. And then we had that huge winter storm last week, and basically rats either died outside or they were stuck in attics. Stuck in attics with no food, or food that's on bait on snap traps, and they're gonna die. And I went there yesterday, and the first time I went up in her attic, I found 4 dead rats. And then I went up there again to get them, and I found another one, so I found 5. And then we were talking as soon as I got those out, and she said something about her garage. So we went to her garage, and we checked the corners of the garage door, and there was 4 more in the corner, or 3 more in the corner.
Holy shit, dude.
Oh, and then she had 3
it's like
more.
a rat genocide.
Basically, and then she had 3 more outside her house the day before that she took care of. So she had a total of 8, 9, 10, 11 dead rats.
Big rats?
Actually, some of them were rats. I know I saw at least 2 mice. But they're pretty big. They're in Texas. We have these ones called Norway rats, and they can get pretty big.
I've heard of the Norway
Yeah.
rat.
Say it again.
I'm familiar with it. I've heard of the Norway rat.
Yeah, they
I'm
can get
familiar
really
with it.
long, but the big thing is they can get fat as a motherfucker, like
Yeah.
that big around sometimes. This one time I
Holy
serviced
cow.
a vacant house for an exclusion service, and I put traps in there one day, and 2 weeks later I went back to check the traps, and there was a dead rat on it. And like I said, it was only 2 weeks, and this rat was so fucking big, and it was not gas. I poked it, and it was good, but he was so fat, he had maggots all over him, and he was just so fat and gross and ugh.
That's
And then this one
fucking
time,
disgusting.
I serviced a church, and the guy said that he's seen rat droppings in the water heater room, and so we open up the water heater room, and there's a rat looking right at me, and he runs away.
Holy shit. So what's the biggest one you've ever seen?
Honestly, it's hard to really tell, because like sometimes you see them I've only actually seen 3 total live rats in the 2 years of me working. One of them was in the church. One of them was in someone's backyard. And Jacob was actually here. And I came home and I told him, like, I took my power spray and just kept spraying him with it. And it was kind of funny. And then this other time was in another attic. And he, as soon as I saw him, he burrowed his face into the insulation. But
What's the thing you're the most unhappy to see? Like when you go into a house, what do you like dread seeing? Like you're like, I do not want this animal, bug, whatever to be in this house.
I would say, personally for myself, I'm not in pest control, but I would say like a snake or a raccoon.
so
Certain snake.
we
Certain
don't
snakes.
we don't actually mess with snakes. We only put down snake away, which obviously just shoos away the snake. I've only had to deal with one raccoon, and that was like my first couple months working there. And I basically placed the trap there, and my dumbass put it in a good spot, but it was a horrible spot to get it out because I didn't know I was gonna be the one pulling it out. But I had to get it out. If the ladder was basically like facing this way, and it was like over here up in the attic. So I basically had to pick it up, move it down towards me, drop it, and get out of the attic. And it was terrifying with the thing hissing at me. I was shaking. My legs were telling me like, get the fuck out of there, but my mind was telling me you're okay, you're safe. It was not okay. But I got him out of there, and I had to release him like a couple miles away. That was kind of freaky. But no, the worst thing to come into for a house would be German roaches, because those bitches are fucking annoying. And most of the time, if you have German roaches, you're dirty as hell. Like, I hate to say it.
Are German roaches the really big ones?
No, those are American roaches.
Okay.
German roaches are smaller and light brown. Those are infestational. The American roaches, they're not. Typically, when you see one, that's pretty much it. You might see a few others, but that's it. German roaches, once you see one, you're most likely gonna have a whole bunch of others. And I hate to say it, but
All right, well, you got to
Indian
cut that
customers.
already, Kevin. So when you're cutting this later, the only one you can beat up now is yourself. Right? We were
But,
having a nice little talk about pest control.
But German roaches are really annoying. It takes multiple treatments, and they're just really gross. And most of the time, the customer's really gross, and you have to tell them to clean, and most of the time they don't. And there's nothing if they don't clean, there's nothing you can do. There was this one account my coworker told me about. He literally, it was the second time he was there. He first treated it. Second time was a follow up, and the first time that he told him to clean, and he went back and it wasn't. He just went, all right, bye, and left.
Dang, dude.
If
what
they have,
are you supposed to? They're just gonna come back, right?
they have someone else to feed on.
Yeah. Dang, man. So do you get those a lot? Like, are those a common thing?
Especially during the summer. Carpenter ants are the second worst. Those are a big summertime thing, and those are really annoying. Sometimes it takes multiple treatments if you can't find the nest. But once you find the nest, it's easy.
Carpenter ants are the ones with the big heads, right? You know what I'm talking about? No, maybe I'm thinking of termites.
No, you're thinking I'm pretty sure big-headed ants.
Is
Carpenter
that
ants
what they're called? That's their
I'm pretty sure, yeah.
Oh, well, that would make sense.
Carpenter ants kind of look like fire ants, but they will bite you, but they're not going to bite you like fire ants.
Yeah. Okay. It doesn't hurt as bad?
No.
No.
That's a good way to
nice,
start.
Kevin.
I like starting this podcast talking bugs.
Well, fuck it, you know? It's not a lot of people are in the exterminator world. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They don't know. I learned something from you a minute ago, because I always heard that cockroaches, when you see one, no matter what the breed, there's always 7 in the wall. Right?
Yeah. But
I didn't know that.
That's one of the most common misconceptions.
Yeah. I didn't know that about the American roaches. Because my dad's house used to get like a lot of American roaches.
Yeah, like it is. I'm not saying that if you see one, that's it, or you're only gonna have a couple. Like, it is possible of you having like one day, a couple weeks, another one, but most likely they're not related, or they're not together.
Yeah, they
Like
they
I get
wander in
roaches.
individually.
Yeah, I get roaches occasionally too. And it's even worse for apartments because with everyone, or even townhomes with everything connected, um, one person can be like super filthy, and the entire building has roaches. It's even
Yeah,
worse with German
yeah.
roaches.
Well,
Holy shit!
that's the way it was in New York. Was because like everyone's house is right next to each other.
Hmm.
It didn't matter how clean you were being. The person next to you, if they were a slob, you were fucked. There were roaches
And
all over the place.
that rats, like, there's this one time my coworker Vincent, he went to a house, and townhomes are the ones that are all, that's like a whole row of them connected, right?
Yeah,
It's like what's over there.
Yeah. He went to this one townhome, and he went into the attic because they had rats, and he looked down. He looked up there, and it was like all of them down, and he went right back down. He told them like, "Hey, there is nothing we can do unless you want to talk to all of your neighbors and like get everyone on a contract."
yeah.
It's almost
Dang, man.
impossible to have every single person want to pay $600 to $700 for us to come out there and put traps and seal all the holes.
Yeah.
So
Dang, man. What's the worst infestation you've dealt with? Like, what's the thing? What's the one you've looked at and you're like, this is probably too much?
roach jobs, German roach jobs, definitely.
Any roach jobs? There's no roach job that stands out to you in particular, or no infestation job that stands
Oh
out to
no,
you in
there's this one
particular?
house down in Garland, um, that every single time I would go to it, it was a quarterly service that they'd want me to treat the inside for roaches, and I talked to my boss at the time. I'm like, hey, there's nothing I can do about this place. They had like 8 dogs, 2 cats. They had chickens in the backyard, and they did not care. They it, I can't even describe how disgusting it was, but they had holes in the walls, and they had rats also, and
That's disgusting.
I Kobe told me that if they have ever really complain, that they'll call the
You
office.
better not knock my fucking drink over, bitch.
Kobe will talk to them, and we can actually schedule something where they can get a real deep clean. But
Yeah.
he told me just to do my
Hey,
best.
that might be a good contract, you know? You guys would, whole company would go in there and gut the place.
Basically, I've heard other companies do it. I don't think we do it. But if a German roach, or any problem really, if the customer is too dirty and the customer refuses to clean, the company will pay a cleaning service, but add it to their bill, but also tax
Yeah.
like 10-20% extra for
You
that
mean
inconvenience.
marginalize it as marginalize
Oh
it.
yeah, but I
Huh.
know I know we haven't had to do that yet because I'm pretty sure we just shoot them
So,
away.
so you guys don't catch like animals though, right? Like you wouldn't like if there was a skunk outside, you
Not
wouldn't like
outside,
try
in
and
the
get the
attic.
skunk. You'd call.
Not in the
Hmm?
not outside, but in the attic. Yeah. Oh, skunk. No, actually.
Really? So
Uh,
what's the line between you and like animal control? Like when do you decide it's time to call animal control?
um, I guess rodents specifically, like squirrel,
Yeah.
rat, mouse, possum. Uh, not a skunk. Um, what other wildlife is small in Texas? Chupacabras.
Uh, boar, deer.
But we don't
You
have
ever
those
had
in
to get a
Dallas.
deer out of an attic? Deer?
No.
Maybe he's just out there camping. I don't know. Deer find a way to get themselves into some weird fucking situations, dude. I wouldn't put it past someone if there was one up in an attic.
How would it get there
I
specifically?
was I don't know. I don't know. I was on the highway the other day. It's middle of the highway, okay? No nature all around. There is no way a deer should have made it there and lived. Like, he should have gotten hit by a car way before then, right?
Like he was in the middle
Dead
of the
deer
city?
laying in the middle of the... Yeah, in the middle of the city, a dead deer.
Damn.
How did he get there?
Traveled.
You know? They find a way to get in the weirdest spots. So...
I find it really weird
really
that
wouldn't-
how prevalent would you say deer are in San Antonio? Because when I went to Austin last year twice, I saw a good amount of deer. Definitely on the outskirts of Austin, not so much on the inner skirts, but actually no,
Yeah.
on near the center. But on the outskirts of Austin, I saw quite a bit.
Yeah, no, there's a shit ton here. I mean, the park over by our place?
Yeah.
There's like... Yeah, a crazy amount of deer there. I saw a pretty good buck there 2 days ago.
Huh.
Like massive antlers and everything. So,
That's interesting.
Yeah,
That you
there's a
don't really
lot.
see them too much in Dallas, but like Austin, San Antonio, it's like, ah,
yeah. Well, I don't know why that is, cuz you'd think they'd be everywhere. Why don't they want to go there as opposed to here? Cuz it is a little bit of a different climate, but it's not like too different. You know, I still think they could survive there. And I mean, they're there. They're just not as much, you know?
I've never actually seen one in Dallas.
Yeah. I don't know. I've seen maybe one, maybe. Michael, have you seen any?
No, 0. I mean, I've seen a lot in other states. In Texas, I've seen like maybe
Yeah.
a handful.
But like that's more in Austin and San Antonio, right? Like we're talking Dallas specifically.
What's included? Just the state of Dallas. I mean, the city of Dallas.
Dallas Fort Worth.
Dallas Fort
So
Worth.
what
So
is-
like would be included in that.
Okay.
It would
I've
be
seen,
it would
I've
be
seen maybe
from
one or two. One or two.
Yeah, one or two. But I mean, like, there's a fucking cluster of 15 deer that hang out behind the house.
Is
So
it
I don't
because-
know.
But we're not that much farther north than Austin.
I've seen in
Yeah, I don't
Washington
know.
State alone. I've seen like hands and toes,
Oh yeah, definitely.
and I was there for a week.
Yeah.
You know, like
Do you remember when we were in Colorado and we saw that herd of elk?
I was in Maine and I saw a fucking moose.
Yeah?
A moose. They're
A
fucking
male
massive.
moose? Or a lady moose?
I have no clue. It was fucking giant.
Holy shit. Yeah, I hear they're really big.
Like standing
They're
next
the
to it,
biggest
like
of the deers.
head is way over than me. Like larger, like the size of a horse or larger. Like
no, they're
massive.
much bigger than a horse.
It was fucking huge.
Yeah.
But like I'm not close
no,
to it, you know, so I
they're
can't judge how like actually tall and large this thing is. But it was fucking massive.
Dude, moose are crazy.
What
Crazy. My voice cracked there a little bit. Cut that.
What if-
Cut that. Crazy.
No, I'll enhance it.
What?
What if
Your
you can
voice
like
cracked.
domesticate moose and like ride them like a horse?
I'm sure people
They're
have tried
too
already.
they're too wild, Kevin. They have too much natural and like too much nature in them.
Okay,
To
that
be
is
tamed.
true. But what if? Let's go
What
on a
if?
hypothetical
Then
run
They'd
right.
be
there.
like horses. There's your answer.
But with antlers, and we can use them in war and charge large groups of people, and link them all together and like a huge line of them and charge. That'd be awesome.
If we could domesticate moose, we'd be living in Canada. That's what they do there.
Are they more prevalent in Canada? Are they? That's where.
Well, that's where they're from.
Oh.
Well, from. I mean, like, that's because moose are like a northern thing.
You want to hear something interesting?
All moose are. What?
Do you want to hear something interesting?
Yeah.
There's just some big thunder, and the mics picked it up, and I thought that was really funny. I'm sorry.
I like these mics, Kevin. They're pretty good. They're like a little sensitive. Like,
Ours are
you
different.
can get a lot of sound. Well, this I like that. I like that they pick up sound.
I'm glad you like it.
I like.
Hypothetical question.
Yeah.
You have to move your dick somewhere. So your dick doesn't get cut off, but it gets like moved somewhere. Where would you move your dick?
You have to move it. It has to be moved
Yes.
a centimeter up.
Yeah, I was about
Like
to
a
say,
small
like,
amount,
just a
man.
little bit,
Just
adjusted.
a tiny bit. Yeah, bam.
It has to move somewhere else.
What's
Other
the
than
range?
It's
What's
not the
our
same
range?
spot.
It cannot be around where it is right now. It has to be completely
Can't
different.
be in your crotch area.
Yeah. So it has to be on your legs, on your arm, your chest, your back, your head, whatever.
What would be in my crotch after my dick moved?
It'd be smooth.
I don't.
So if you move it to your hand, you're pissing like this. And you have no dick on your dick pelvis area. So where are you guys moving it? You can move it on your ass cheek too. That'd be really hard. That'd be really difficult to sit down. Under your ass
I don't
cheek.
know.
To your taint. Where your taint is at. Move it
I'm
back.
trying to think of somewhere that's like a cool.
That's where I'm putting it. I'm gonna put it where my taint is. Do your nuts stay there too, or just your dick?
No, it's dick and balls.
Dick. Oh, I think then you'd sit on your nuts every time you sit down. Can you move your nuts to a different spot?
No, your dick and balls have to stay together.
Why would you want?
Why do they have to stay like that? Why do they gotta stay like that?
Because your dick doesn't work without your balls.
It can be somewhere else. Your body doesn't work without your brain, but your hands are over here. Suck a dick.
But if you were to move your brain, would it still work?
Can't do that.
So, if you move your brain to like in your
I
chest
pick up my
area-
nose.
Up your nose?
Up my nose. Up my nose.
He already can't breathe out of one of them. Out of his, one
Yeah,
of his
I'd do it
nostrils
to
anyway.
that one, right? My dick is tiny enough to be in my nose, and then I could just pee out of my nose.
That would suck because the smell of piss is so terrible.
Oh. Dang, you're right. In my ear. Final answer.
How are you
That'd
having
be a
sex?
cool party trick.
You just
Like that.
fingering your ear?
What?
He does this. He gets hard and pokes out like this.
No, his ear.
Oh, it's in his ear. I thought
Yeah,
we were still talking
You
about
just
the one over
like
there.
slam your head. You know?
But every other person like has, like anybody else, you're gonna be between their legs. So like your head is much wider this way than it is this way. So I don't think you'll be able to get your. You see what I'm saying?
She's just.
If
she'd
you're
just
like
have
this-
to spread her legs more.
A lot more.
I mean, I would find it out. It's better than having a fucking dick in the middle of your body somewhere.
Just put it where your belly button is and say you had a hernia.
A hernia?
Put it.
Isn't a hernia when you sit like your asshole?
No.
Yeah.
A hernia is when you.
Wait, no.
A hernia is when your intestines pop out of the area they're supposed to be in. So like men, not all the time. Sometimes if you get a hernia, your intestines can pop into your nutsack. Some of them, not
Okay,
all
Michael.
of them.
Would it?
Thank you.
Sometimes, and if you have a hernia, it's where your intestines get moved to a position where they're not supposed to be in. Yeah, and then they have to cut you open
I don't
to
like
do
the
it, and then
icky
it turns
woo
your
stuff,
belly
so I'm gonna
button
wait until
into
you're
an
done.
outie belly button.
But
So
what is
it would just look like you had a hernia if your dick is not like ginormous.
So what is it then when you sit on like a hard surface for too long or something?
Your ass falling asleep.
No. I don't know.
Hello.
Would you have nipples for your nose or nipples for your nose or noses for your nipples?
Death.
Nipples for my nose?
Nipples for your nose or your noses for nipples. So either you would have 3 noses
What do you
or
mean?
3 nipples.
Yeah, so my nose would only become one nipple, right?
Correct.
So it wouldn't be nipples for your nose, right? Because that would imply 2 nipples where your
A
nose
nipple
should
for
be.
your
So you have
nose
4
or
nipples.
noses for your nipples.
Noses for my nipples,
Double the
right?
smell. Triple the smell.
I'd be able to. The problem is if you have a nipple here, you can't smell anything anymore, right?
Correct.
Yeah. But what do nipples really do?
For females they produce milk for the child, and they produce
But I mean
boners for the males.
men. For men. Produce
They
boners.
produce boners on men.
But we don't. You can get a boner without your nipples. So they're just
But
like an
female
added feature.
nipples.
No. But I mean for me, if I were to get nipples on my nose, nipple on my nose, then I wouldn't be able to smell anything. But if I were to get
You can't really smell anything now.
3
Anyway.
nipples, I can smell half of things. 50%. I'd be at 0%. That's worse than 50%.
True.
You know? That's nothing.
So you go nipple for nose or noses for nipples, Michael?
Neither. I chose death. I'd rather
Michael
die.
chooses gun and a single bullet.
Yeah. I wake up one morning and there's a nipple on my nose or vice versa. I'm killing myself.
Honestly,
Damn,
I don't
that's
think
harsh.
noses on your nipples would be too terrible. You'd have to smell your armpits a lot, but
Dude, if you start sweating a lot, like if you go outside and like sweat, you'd smell that sweat inside your chest, and it'd just be disgusting. It basically imagine you like constantly like putting your shirt over your nose and smelling all that sweat.
That's
That's
a big problem for
disgusting.
Chase because
That
he
would-
never wears deodorant.
I wear deodorant. I wear deodorant, Michael. Okay, it's
Now.
not very good deodorant, but I wear deodorant.
Now.
No.
Now.
I wear deodorant.
Not then.
I've been. No. I take my showers. I put on the deodorant. It's nice. I smell like a little baby angel now.
No.
So that would look weird through your shirt.
Your shirt would just be poking out a little bit. It looked like you got really hard nipples.
Yeah, but then people would take it off and it would be noses. How big are the noses nose sized or are they nipple sized?
It's your nose put on your nipples.
So 2 of my noses put on my nipples.
Correct. Or your nipples replace your nose.
I think I have the best choice.
Tell me. Oh.
Death is the best choice.
There'd be so much blank space on your face.
It would look really
My nip-
weird.
I have tiny nipples. So
I've been
It'd
told
just
I
be
have
like-
sausage.
It'd be a lot more
or pepper.
efficient for breathing if your nose was there, right there, though, because your lungs are right there. It'd be
But that your lungs would stay the same size, so the amount of air you intake is the same exact amount.
but the amount of space for you, though, I said efficient. So using less to do the same amount, or you do more. So if you're using less organs, because there is that tube that goes from your nostril.
that'd be
all the way
that'd be
down.
really weird to see
But
that
it
like
would be more efficient.
connected. Honestly, I'd have to go with nipples for nose. A nipple for my nose. Because I don't want to be smelling my ranky ass body.
How big? So I don't know if I've ever asked another person this before. How big are your nipples?
I've been told I have pepperoni nipples, but I don't think I have pepperoni nipples. And because I've been told I have pepperoni nipples, I'm kind of self-conscious about them.
Well, I didn't mean to dredge up anything, Kevin.
No,
but
no,
if you
no,
want
it's
to talk
okay.
about it, we can talk about it. Why does this bother you?
Because I don't think I have sausage nipple or pepperoni nipples. I think I have regular nipples.
Have you ever bought in-store pepperoni? Like just a stick of pepperoni?
Yeah, pepperoni's
Not
fucking
sliced?
massive.
It doesn't taste as good as the straight pepperoni.
Wait, are you saying eating pepperoni straight from the stick versus sliced?
Yeah.
Well, because you're getting more pepperoni. That's like a lot of the flavor or a lot of the pepperoni.
It's just too much pepper in the roni. You know what I mean?
You prefer
It's
slices.
too-
She said it's too
Yeah,
spicy.
yeah.
What?
No, it's too because that's
Because you said there's too much
pepperoni.
pepper
It
in the
uses
roni.
it uses too much pepper. Like it's too much. It's like black pepper they put in pepperoni, right? In that sausage. So there's so much. Imagine if I just came over there and I started pouring black pepper down your mouth, just straight black pepper. That's what pepperoni in a stick tastes like.
No, what? That doesn't. I don't know.
I could not have it.
You're saying
have
it's too
explained that
spicy?
any clearer.
You're
It's too
saying
much-
it's too
yeah.
spicy? You're
It's
a
too
bitch.
spicy.
You're a bitch. You
It's-
think pepperoni
you know
is
how
too
black-
spicy? Pepperoni's too spicy? Bitch,
What's-
you deserve to be backhanded
Oh my
so fucking
God.
hard that you
Have you
wake
ever
up
just
next week, motherfucker. Fuck you.
You are
Pepperoni's
the
too
most
spicy?
ridiculous
Suck a fat
person
dick.
I know. You
Oh
are
my
the most
God.
ridiculous person
Oh
I
my
know.
god. You can't. You can't. Fucking pepperoni is not spicy. You're a bitch. You're a fucking fat
Michael.
bitch. What?
Next time we're together, you're going to take black pepper. You know black pepper you put on like eggs or something? Black
Yes,
pepper.
I know.
And you're going to pour it down your mouth. And if you say I don't like this, I'm going to make fun of you forever.
But you don't like pepperoni. That's different than an entire fucking thing of pepper. It is fucking. It's sauce. It's
But
pretty
that's
much
what I'm
sauce.
saying. Where are you confused?
No.
Where
I
are
see where
you
you're confused. Michael, it's not that he doesn't like pepperoni. He doesn't like eating pepperoni stick. Like the whole entire pepperoni stick. He can't eat like a chunk of it at a time. He can have slices
Because they put
because it's
black
like enough.
pepper in that.
Yeah, because
That's why it's pepperoni, is because it has black pepper in it. Black pepper.
No, you think
pepperoni.
that's like super spicy, like taking a chunk bite.
No, I'm saying it has too much black pepper in it.
Wait, are you saying you don't like pepperoni at all?
No, he
No,
said
I'm saying
taking
I
a
don't
bite
like
of
the
the stick. He said
Okay.
taking a bite of the stick
Yeah.
he doesn't like. He thinks it's too fucking spicy. It's not spicy, bitch. I know what I'm
Stick
fucking
of
saying.
pepper.
It's not
Oh
fucking spicy.
my God.
You're a
It has
fucking
too much
bitch.
black pepper in it.
You're a fucking bitch.
Oh my God. If you ever have black pepper and I catch you doing it, and you go, oh, I don't like this, it has too much black pepper, we're gonna have an issue.
I will fucking cunt punt you, bitch. I'll cunt
Well,
punt
I didn't
you.
say fight. I didn't say fight.
I said fight.
Did I? No, but I didn't say fight. I just had it.
I don't
said
care what
issue.
you said.
But I didn't
I
say
said
fight.
fight.
Kevin, what are you looking up?
Is black pepper in pepperoni?
So I looked up what's in pepperoni, and it says pepperoni is made of a mixture of ground pork, beef, and with some spices and flavorings. Salt and sodium nitrates are added for the curing agent. But then I looked up if black pepper's in it, and it said it can be found in both pepperoni, meat, and sometimes surrounding the log itself, as it adds
Yeah.
pungent flavor and aroma and a bit of heat.
Yeah.
A bit. You're a bitch.
It has too much black pepper in there. I'm not saying it's spicy. I'm saying it tastes too much like black pepper. Do you eat straight black pepper?
No, but I think
Michael?
black pepper on things tastes really good.
But why don't you eat straight black pepper?
But it's not straight black pepper, bitch.
No. Answer my question. Why don't you eat
How
straight
about
black
you
pepper?
answer my question, bitch? All right, wait a minute.
What was your question?
That pepperoni link that you're taking a bite out of is not only black pepper, motherfucker. So if you're going to compare me to eating a full thing of black pepper, then you need to use an accurate representation of the sausage link. That is not a fucking accurate representation.
I'm getting to a point. You're not answering my question.
No, fuck your question. You're retarded.
I've never been so upset at you as I am at this moment right
You're
now.
an idiot. You're
Just so you know. No, clearly not.
Clearly, yes.
Oh my god.
You're saying that pepperoni stick is too
Kevin,
peppery.
you have a different topic because Michael can't handle talking about pepperoni.
You're fucking bitch. Fucking pepperoni is too hot because it has too much pepper. Fuck you.
Hey, I have a funny joke.
Okay.
What did the elephant say to the naked man?
Pepperoni isn't
Nice
spicy.
trunk.
That's what he said.
How do you breathe through that tiny thing? Dun.
I think I like the pepperoni one more.
Holy shit. Look, I'm gonna leave it at this. I'm gonna have the last word on the pepperoni topic. And I'm gonna leave it at this. Have you ever bought a straight log of pepperoni from the store, Michael?
Yes.
No, you haven't. No, you haven't.
Yes. I have not bought it.
you
My
have
parents
not.
did. My parents
And
did.
you ate
I
it
fucking
straight?
took a bite
You
of that
ate the-
bitch. I fucking.
One bite. One bite.
It was pretty good.
One bite. I ate a whole stick. Like this fucking long.
And you know how I know you're stupid? Because you don't like it and you ate the whole fucking thing anyway.
Because when you get to the end, it's
Fucking
just too
idiot.
much. It's
Idiot.
too much. No.
Bitch.
No.
Bitch.
I'm more versed on pepperoni than you are.
So Chase, what's your opinion on jacking off in the shower?
It's good. I like doing that. I can't, but I like doing it. I like trying.
What do you mean you can't? Is it that you can't get hard?
So
Or it's like difficult to get
no,
hard?
Oh god, here we go again.
that is not the issue. That's what Michael said.
I said, oh shit, here we go again.
No, that's not the issue. I lift my leg when I jack off. Right?
What?
Like, you know how like when a dog pees, it like lifts its leg a little bit?
Yeah.
I don't know why, but when I jack off, I lift my leg naturally. I can't help it. It just happens. It's a reflex. So when I'm in the shower, I almost fall over because my leg starts lifting.
Why don't you sit down?
What?
Sit down.
Because the back of the tub is fucking cold. It's porcelain. And the water doesn't reach all the way back there. Kevin, you don't think I've tried this?
Because
If it could be done, it would be done, Kevin.
Because my only issue with jacking off in the shower is that it's like kind of difficult to get hard in the shower. Specifically only in the shower. And I don't know why. I'm pretty sure, Michael and I talked about it before, and he kind of agrees with me. But like, it's not easy to get hard in the shower.
It's not as easy as like out in nature, right?
Outside the
'cause,
shower?
Yeah, when I'm just out and about, if I see a
would
good
rather
looking plate
go
of food, I get hard.
barehanded rather than jack off in the shower.
You'd rather what?
Barehanded rather than jack off in the shower.
What do you mean barehanded?
No lotion, anything.
I don't. You mean like raw dog?
Yeah.
Do you normally use lotion?
No, off and on, to be honest. Depends on if it's around me. Sometimes if it's too far away, I'm like, nope, I'm not getting it.
God, you're such a diva, dude. I never use lotion. I'm always ready to go.
It's because your dick is only an inch long. You don't need lotion for an inch, Chase.
Easy to finish too. That makes it easier to finish, Michael. I can pop one right out.
Yeah, because if it's just the tip, I bet it's a lot easier.
Yeah, it's got less ground to cover. No shaft.
That's so fucking gross. Imagine something with just the tip of a dick hanging off the
Micro penis is a real thing. It's not a disease, but it's like
is that all a micro penis is just the tip?
It's just a super tiny.
It's like a super tiny penis,
and it looks
it's like you're giving birth to a little acorn.
Yeah,
pretty much.
We shouldn't make fun of those people.
SJ's cries in his head.
They've been cursed by God. They've had it bad enough. If there was a printing press in heaven printing off dongs, right?
Mm-hmm.
And it prints a dong. It's a regular dong. Prints a dong. Maybe it's a little extra long. Prints a dong. Maybe it's a little extra short. And then the printer in heaven runs out of ink and it's a really short dong. And God just goes, fuck it anyway. And he throws it out and then he restacks the cartridge and it starts printing again.
And that's what happens every time.
Perfect. I like that.
That's how dongs are made.
Printing presses.
I wonder what God's like organization style is like, you know?
Well, he's
is
God.
He like, so? Doesn't mean he can't be like clustered, have like papers lying about, you know, things like that. Maybe, or does he have cabinets? He files everything that he knows and he like, you know?
It's like that movie with Jim Carrey when he opens that filing cabinet and it's just like infinitely long.
Yeah.
He has one filing cabinet that's probably 7 billion cabinets long, and every single one of them is every single person, and he opens them up and they open infinitely because they tell the tales of every single person and their entire life.
I'm Googling something.
What are you gonna Google?
I'm looking up what kind of what personality type God is. You know, because everyone has a personality type.
What kind of personality type do you think he has?
I don't know them, but I would say, yeah, what is God's Myers-Briggs personality type? I don't know what they are regularly. I know there's what's the type that likes to like stay inside, and then what's the type that likes to go out?
Introvert and extrovert.
Thank you. Yeah, I know. There's like introvert and extrovert, and everything's like based off of that. So you can be like an E something something something, or an I something something something. But I don't know what those something something somethings are. So I would say he's
introverted bitch ass motherfucker.
I don't think God is going to be an introverted bitch ass motherfucker.
That's not what I meant.
So,
but
so
yeah.
you might want to hold.
That's not what I said.
That's not what I
He
said.
might take you out, bro.
It is storming outside, dude. Might get struck by lightning.
Hey, don't say that. You're saying you're here with me right now.
Yeah. Oh well.
So, Jesus, it says on this.
It's your
on the
apartment.
Quran,
Captain's got to go down with the ship.
Jesus is an Ni dominant, an INFJ personality type.
What? Is that what you mean? The I something something something?
Yeah, INFJ. FJ. Personality? Are you Googling it too?
No.
An advocate, INFJ, is someone with the introverted, intuitive, feeling, and judging personality traits. What? Jesus judges.
Oh,
judges
so
people.
Jesus is very judgy.
What? We're gonna get in trouble.
That's
Stop.
nice.
They tend to approach life with deep thoughtfulness and imagination. Sure. Their inner vision, personal values, and a quiet, principled version of humanism guide them in all things. Sure, right? That's Jesus.
Wait, what is that? what is that thing called when it's like I something 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 something?
That's the personality type. What do you mean?
Is it just personality type? Is there like a test for it to see like your personality type?
Yeah, there is a test. I think it's the Myers-Briggs personality test.
Oh,
I mean,
is Myers-Briggs the person that made up the test and the
I
scale?
I don't know. I know as much about personalities as you do now.
So nothing.
Yeah. I've never
Cool.
taken the test. I don't know. I was just kind of curious what the internet had to say about what the Almighty, what his personality was. You know?
Mm.
I don't know. Maybe you should take the test. Maybe you'll get the same personality type as Jesus.
I might be Jesus.
Yeah. And then you could start like a little religious group, you know? That would be fun, Kevin. You should do that.
Start a religious cult.
Yeah. Wasn't our last podcast name about me starting a cult?
Yeah, because I couldn't really find anything that went
This
good.
one should be the same title, but it should have your name in the cult position. So you'll start the cult.
So I'm gonna start this cult. Okay, everyone I know is obviously welcome to come. We need to branch out. Okay, we're gonna buy a piece of land somewhere where we can grow crops. We're gonna build a big old barn. We're gonna have solar panels. We're gonna have farm. Everyone's gonna help out doing everything. I don't know what this cult's gonna be about, but it's gonna be about me because I am Jesus. Come join my cult.
Sure. No, I mean that sounds great. I'm already on board. Sounds like you've really established.
We're gonna have a lot of guns too. We're gonna learn how to shoot. We are gonna hunt for food too.
I figured the guns would come in there eventually.
Are you in, Michael? Are you in my cult?
No,
Why?
because you're not Jesus.
Dude,
You're not
good
smart
luck.
enough to be Jesus. I feel like
Good
Jesus would
luck.
know everything. Jesus would have to know everything. He'd be Jesus. You're definitely not Jesus.
Good luck trying to get Michael to join a
I wonder
cult.
if you... Yeah, I'm not... Yeah.
I've been trying for
Yeah.
years.
Hey, psst, Chase. We're gonna fuck. He's gonna join our cult when we take over the government.
Sure. Oh shit, we still have to kidnap Michael, dude.
Dude, I have a plan, and I know it'd be pretty easy. Like,
I think it's way easier than he thinks it's
it
gonna
is
be
so
for
much
us
easier
to
than
do
he
that.
actually thinks about. Like,
He
all we need to do is get you in a car and get you 90 miles, correct?
Do you think I won't crash the car?
Can we up this bet?
So the thing is that I cannot know where we are going.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I have to
we're
be
aware of that.
I have to be conventionally like kidnapped, where you take me unwillingly.
Yeah.
Where we take you what?
You think
Unwillingly. Yeah.
taking me
No, we know.
unwillingly, like forcing me into the car and taking me somewhere.
Yeah.
You won't be able to, because I can beat your ass and your ass.
Okay. And
So?
And if I beat you up, you can't take me anywhere.
who said you're gonna be kicking our ass?
I
So
did,
for
because I definitely
context-
will.
For context, because some people haven't, if people do listen to this ever, then we made a bet with Michael that we could kidnap him and get him 90 miles without him.
Michael
like,
also
knowing.
has 15 years of fighting experience.
Michael
so they have to
thinks
be
he
able to
can-
take me in a vehicle, force me into a
Michael-
vehicle.
Michael thinks that he is some karate master and can fight out of anything.
I already broke your nose, Chase. I already broke your nose.
So That was a
And I did
one-on-one
it in
fight.
water.
That was
And I did it
a
in water.
one-on-one fight, and I'm terrible at fighting. There are two of us.
Kevin can't fight
Great.
either.
Jacob?
So, wait.
What about Jacob?
Hold on, Michael. Wait, hold on, Chase. So, with you being super confident, the current bet is that if Chase gets you 90 miles, you owe him any meal he wants, right?
Any meal to a certain extent, within reason.
No, that's not what you said. Any meal.
No, not any
said-
meal.
We shook on
Dude,
any
if
meal
you're-
but one meal.
You are this confident of it never happening. Why not up the bet then?
Because if I do lose, then I have to pay for a meal that he wouldn't even, that none of us will be able to afford. It
No.
would be unreasonable.
No. I already know what I
Yes.
want. I want lobster. I want lobster.
It needs to be under $100.
Okay. I could get a lobster dish for under $100. That's reasonable. But you gotta, that's, it wasn't over. I wanted to go to like
definitely.
Joe's Crab Shack or something.
Definitely. So, by the way, that means if I stab you, if you get stabbed, you can't bitch or complain and you can't sue me.
That's fine.
Even if
I
you
didn't
die.
think so.
If he
were-
die,
you're going to jail. Yeah.
If I die,
if you-
how am I
if
going to
you
sue
try-
you?
I'll go
Dude,
to jail.
even if you stab him and we go to the hospital, the stab wound, they're gonna have to report it to the cops. Cops are gonna come. What happened? Oh, he stabbed me.
And then
You're
there's
going
gonna
right
be,
to jail.
and then there's gonna be context, and then they're gonna
Well,
say
if he
tried to
stabs
kidnap me,
me-
so it was
No, no, no.
self-defense.
I won't
Self-defense.
snitch on you.
Fuck you.
True.
I won't. If
Fuck
I have
you.
to go to the
I will
hospital,
self-defense.
you're not even listening to me. I'm trying to fucking help you. I was gonna say, if you stab me and I go to the hospital, I'm not gonna snitch on you because I know the parameters of the bet. And if you kill me, there's nothing I can do anyway.
Yeah, that's true.
So I understand, okay, but I really don't think that's gonna happen. 'Cause
And the
we'll
thing
just,
is,
drug
is
you or
y'all
something.
won't do it to me. You literally cannot stab me. You can't force me into the car with a gun because I'll just call the police because I know you won't shoot me.
That wasn't.
You won't
okay,
shoot me.
yeah.
Why call the police? Just do whatever you want. We're not gonna shoot
Exactly. You won't shoot me. And you won't hurt me because if you do, you go to jail. But if you try to kidnap me and I stab you or hurt you, it's self-defense.
Chase, no, we need to get this in writing and have him sign a contract and have it all official. So if we do go to court,
It's on camera. We're recording all of this, Kevin.
true.
These
So
thing
it's not self-defense.
like I
technically.
said, if
you know it's coming.
if you try to take me and I do not want to go, it is self-defense.
Okay.
I'm defending myself. You have no. You can.
Well-
it is illegal to kidnap somebody, Kevin. It is kidnapping. If I defend myself from being taken by y'all, because I obviously don't want to go, it's unwilling, and I hurt one of you, I don't go to jail. I will be off scot-free. Y'all will be
Yeah,
fucked.
I consent to that. I
Okay.
I'm just
I
trying to
am
find
saying,
every
I am
loophole. I'm
filming
sorry.
it when we kidnap you.
So the thing is,
y'all
y'all will not hurt me. I will hurt you if you try to take me.
Dude, this is so much. I've already got a plan in mind, and I've already talked to Chase a while ago about it, and it's much easier than you actually think.
Yeah,
And-
Kevin's probably on an FBI watch list by now. By the way,
Yeah, probably.
I doubt 100% because you have to force me into the vehicle.
what do you mean we have to
No,
force you into the
You
vehicle?
have to force me into the
Don't
vehicle.
no, Chase. We can't tell him about our plan, or don't disclose anything.
No, you're gonna tell me we're
Okay.
going someplace and then you're gonna lie to me. And if I jump in the front
No,
seat
no.
and slam on the brakes or yank the steering wheel and we crash because of this bet,
That is that, and anything happens to us, that is your fault.
okay, it might be my fault, but if it's in any of y'all's cars, I mean, y'all are the ones paying for it.
If you cause the accident,
I'm not.
It's your car, your insurance. I didn't hit you with a car.
I'm not worried about what you have to say. I'm not worried about what you have to say. I know I can get you 90 miles. I'm not worried at all. So, there's no need for this liability thing because we're gonna get 90 miles and then you're gonna owe me Joe's Crab Shack.
So you have to lie to me is the thing. So you have to. What you're gonna do is you're gonna get me in the car, and then you're gonna lie to me and then take me somewhere different. We can't go to the same place.
No,
we have to go to a completely different location.
I just told you that is not what's gonna happen. That's not what's gonna happen.
You can't lie to me. You have to forcefully take me. Like, forcibly take me.
Yes, I understand the parameters of the. I understand the outline of the vet. Okay, here's where you messed up, and it's already too late. The vet's already locked in, right? Is you didn't give me a time limit. I can do it. I can do it whenever. I can plot for as long as I want. There's ways to get you places, Michael.
Yeah,
I'm not worried.
The only way is if I cannot walk, you cannot. If I can't walk, no more. Doesn't count.
Oh, like if I kidnap you when you're like
if
old
I'm
or
old,
something?
like, and I can't, like, if I cannot defend myself, if I'm completely defenseless in every single way, like when I say completely defenseless, I mean like I have a health issue that stops me from defending myself in some way. Off.
Yeah.
100%. I have to be a fully capable human being.
Would you consider busted kneecaps a health issue?
Yes.
Okay. Well, all right. That's off the table then.
Chase, you know how far 90 miles is?
Almost 100.
No, I don't know. It's like Choctaw, right?
Almost
No.
to Waco, almost to Tyler.
It's much farther than Choctaw. It's like halfway into Oklahoma, dude.
That's not that bad.
No, it's not halfway.
Almost to Waco. That's
it's like
super easy.
an eighth or a quarter.
Barely. You're like 30 minutes to an hour from Oklahoma City. You're pretty close to Mineral Wells. Actually, Mineral Wells. Garford? Or Jacksboro, bro. That's fuck. Or just take him to fucking Waco. That's 100 miles.
Yeah.
Chase,
Waco
I'll help you with
easy.
this.
That's not that bad.
Chase, I will help you with this, but once we get him in the car, that's on you.
When does it count? When does it count to the point of when at what point does it count as being kidnapped? So if I'm in the car and you lie to me and we go to a different location, at what point does it become, at what point is that mileage marker?
I'm not going to lie to you. I'm not going to lie to you.
So you're going to forcibly put me into a car?
No, so from the point you get in the car to 90 miles. We have to take you from when the second you get in the car, 90 miles from there.
So Chase just said he is not going to lie to me. So lying, like getting in the car, like agreeing that we're all going to go to one place, lying and then going to a different place does not count as kidnapping.
Does not count. Yeah. 100%.
You have to force me into the car and then take me somewhere. Or I definitely don't want to go. And if I get out of the vehicle, if we get in the car.
Can I ask you a question? Are you broken?
No, I'm trying to make sure these rules are extremely clear.
You into the car.
So I'm trying to make sure these rules are clear. So you have to force me into a car, and if I get out of the car before we reach that destination,
you will be left at that location.
Okay, if I'm left there,
what if I drug you? What if I drug you and put you in the trunk?
Does
that count as kidnapping?
If you drug me, I will be so pissed because if I get drug tested anyway for my job and I lose my job, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I will kill you.
But what if I do something? What if I do something untraceable? Or what if I knock you out with like
chloroform?
Thank you.
I'm
probably not gonna do that. I don't know. I haven't looked into that. But I'm just saying, like, what if I find a way to where you're not drug tested and I knock you out? What if I hit you over the back of the head with a bottle and knock you out for like 2 hours? Is that kidnapping?
You think someone gets knocked out for 2 hours? You're a fucking idiot. It's a couple minutes. You're not going to get me 90 miles in a couple of minutes.
Oh my God. I'm just saying, dude. What if I knock you out and put you in the car somehow?
You would have to.
Is that kidnapping?
You would have to drug me or chloroform me.
Dude, it takes
that wasn't on the table.
It takes like 5 minutes.
That wasn't the original
So
agreement.
You can't drug me or chloroform me.
No.
Yeah, but 5 minutes we can tie him up.
No, it takes 5
You know?
minutes for it to activate. Typically, you have to it's mixed with other things like alcohol or whatever.
Wait, for what to activate?
The
I thought
chloroform.
we were talking about knocking him out now. Oh.
It takes at least 5 minutes
Wait,
for
what do you mean it
inhaling an
takes
item
5
soaked in chloroform.
minutes?
It takes at least 5 minutes of inhaling an item soaked in chloroform to render a person unconscious. Most cases involving chloroform has involved another drug being co-administrated, such as alcohol or diazepam, or the victim being found to have the complete conflict in it. It's administration.
Complicit.
Ah, I like how you're able to tell me the word without even seeing the word. I'm a fucking idiot. Yeah.
Okay. But so that's a kidnapping then, right, Michael?
You're chloroforming me.
Dude, you know
No,
how
I
hard it
didn't
is
say
to get
that's what I'm
chloroform?
doing. I'm just saying. Does that count? Like I'm trying to establish the rules. Does that count?
No, I do not want to be chloroformed. Of course
Well,
not.
you don't want to be fucking kidnapped in the first place.
The thing is like if you're gonna kidnap me, okay, I don't want to be drugged or chloroformed. I do not consent to drug or chloroforming.
The definition of kidnapping is the action of abducting someone and holding them captive.
So you have to hold me captive.
Yeah, that's what the 90 miles is for.
No, we're abducting you.
So the thing is, being held captive is not wanting to be there. So if I want to be there, it does not count. Technically, that's what it says. That's the definition. So if we're like if you take me to a place, and we're going here, and I'm like, fuck yeah, that's gonna be so fucking dope.
I lie to you and we go somewhere else, Michael. I am
Exactly.
Not
You just said we just
to
discussed
do
no lie.
that.
Exactly. I didn't say you were gonna lie, but like we get in the car and you're like, we're going here, and you can't do anything about it. And I'm like, oh fuck, cool, that's awesome. I want to go there. Because I want to go. It's no longer like I don't want to be there. I'm not being held captive. I want to be there.
Yeah, but you'll say that about any place now.
Can't hear you.
So you won't count it as
can't hear him.
kidnapping.
Can't hear him. I can't hear him. I cannot hear him.
You can't hear him?
No.
Michael? I think he was just saying that to fuck with you, right?
There it is. I can hear him now.
No, he wasn't.
Oh, he wasn't?
Well, I feel like that's a good spot to end it.
I didn't even hear anything he just said.
What?
I didn't hear anything Chase just said. Like, he was talking the entire time, and I didn't hear anything.
I wasn't talking the entire time.
You were talking when I couldn't hear you because your mouth was moving, but there was nothing.
Oh well. This is a good place to end it.